What's going on? YouTube is Donnie B all day, bringing you one of the most classic knives ever made. I mean, something so special that special's in the name. The Buck 119 Special. I have had this kicking around for a very, very, very long time, and I haven't done anything with it. I waited to review it. I had it sitting, and I just figured today's the day. I'm going to bring it out. So let's go over this Buck Beauty. This one is infamous, man. This is, gosh, that sheath is nice. This is a popular knife from way back to way forward. This thing is going to be around for a very, very long time. We're going to go over this sheath. This sheath is leather. It is thick. It is built right. It smells amazing. You have it. It's a snap. I mean, there's not much to really say about it. It's a leather sheath, but it's nice. It's a nice leather sheath. Gotta love it. So let's get into this. So now, what got me into the Buck 119 was this is the fixed blade that my father had when I was a kid. This was his fishing knife, his camping knife, whatever. You know what I mean? And I got to be around this knife a lot, and I freaking loved it. You know what I mean? This thing was beautiful. He had that thing for probably 30 years with no pitting, no rust, no nothing. It is 420 HC steel, which is mighty, mighty. Holds a great edge. It's strong. It's very, very corrosive resistance. It's just a really, really good freaking blade. The handle material is Dymalux or phenolic. That's what this stuff is called. It's black. It's plain looking, but it's contoured right. It's comfortable. Feels very, very good. You have the nickel silver, I think that is, bolsters with the spacers, giving you a hand guard top and bottom. Very, very nice. The top guard isn't overly done, so you don't have to worry about not being able to use a side grip or getting around it, putting a finger on it. It works no matter what. I mean, no matter what. Watch this. Worked. So this thing is just, I mean, it's a beauty. It's a beauty. You got the Buck brand right there. Right there. Just beautiful. This is a stellar little hunting knife. It is hollow grind. Let's look at these. Let's look at this right here. Blade thickness is 0.175. Blade length is 6 inches. Let's see. It weighs with the Cocobolo, which is not the, let's see, 7.5 ounces. I think that's what it is. Overall length is 10.5. Your Rockwell hardness is 58. I don't know if there's anything else on here. No, that's pretty much it. As far as specs, it's just a beauty. It's just a beauty. Is it sharp? Let's see. Now, I've had this sitting around for a long time, and I haven't used it outside. Just, tooling around with it inside. And this thing, I mean, this thing is deadly, deadly sharp. It is deadly, deadly sharp. I mean, shave sharp? Yeah. I could shave a monkey's butt in 12 minutes with this thing. It is sharp. I love it. I love it. It's a very, very good quality knife. There's a reason it's been around since the beginning of time. Literally, cavemen had this knife. And it's going to be around for a very, very long time. You know what I mean? AOC said the world's going to end in 12 years. So, it'll be around at least that long. I want to show you some. So, Hoyt Buck, that's the guy who he is Buck. Hoyt Buck is his name. He made his first blade from a file. It was a file knife. My first blade was a file knife. It was a rasp file. And he did his in 1902. Mine came much later. And the government requested blade donations for the military after the attack on Pearl Harbor. In the basement of a church in 1942, Hoyt began making knives by hand And it was a design that was dialed in after 40 years of making knives to customer specifications and blah, blah, blah. So he was able to get government contracts and whatnot just from designing something where he didn't plan on being a knife maker. He just took a file and made a knife. When I made my first knife, that's what I did. I didn't plan on making knives. There was no D-bad yet. I just made a knife and it came out pretty badass. I don't know where it is. This dude took it to make a sheath for it a long time ago and he disappeared. But either way, c'est la vie. I just started making more stuff. This is it. So what we're going to do is me, you, and George Washington are going to go outside and we're going to test this little guy and see what we can do with it. Now, I don't have any carcasses laying around, so being a hunting knife, not a survival knife, we're limited onto what we can do. I say that always. We always find something to do. But remember, it's a hollow grind, so we don't want to go banging on hardwoods and stuff like that. This is made for processing animals, for flesh and meat and stuff like that. It's not made for doing all the hard work in the camp. That's what camp knives are for. So let's go outside and see what we can decimate. All right, so I told you guys that it's mainly for meat and things like that. And I really didn't have any meat to go with, so we're just going to use a frozen hot dog, and we'll see. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, it just glides right through the hot dog. Let's see if we can't. It's a little frozen and slippery, so I'll probably cut off a finger, which will make for great videoing. Let's see. I should probably have something to put this on, but you can see how beautifully clean these cuts are. Now imagine if you will, if you just hunted this hot dog and it wasn't frozen. This was a fresh hot dog off the trail. Because, you know, you can find those running around this time of year. They are everywhere. So imagine, if you will, you're walking through the woods and here comes this hot dog and you stab him. Now you have to process him. This right here is going to cut through your newly killed hot dog with precision and ease. Now, here's the thing is, my dogs are going to be very happy because I'm going to go outside and bring in this hot dog. And we're going to be very happy because we're going to keep using this. All right, so here we are at the old stump. Got Roscoe busting my nose. So we're going to do some 4-foot drops. See how she falls beautifully. And it's in there really, really good. And it's in there really, really good. Let's do a couple hard downward throws. Holy Moses. Wow. That's in there. Now, hard downward throws are obviously, we want to see the construction, how well it's going to hold up and the bite. And as you can see, it holds up very, very well. There is nothing going on here. So let's see here. We got hide. We don't have any deer, but we have soccer ball. So let's go through it. Holy mackerel. So will it go through the hide? Hide, yeah. All right, so let's see here. Wow, that was pretty simple. So can we cut through hide? Abso-freaking-lutely. I went through the air nozzle there, the thick part. All right, so let's try and get us a push cut. Oh yeah, there's a lot of knives I bring you that can't do something like that. Just a push cut. That's pretty special. That's pretty special when they can do that. Vacuum cleaner hose. Yep. Vacuum cleaner hose is no problemo. Let's keep going. So I wasn't sure if we were going to bring it and actually do any damage on some wood, but you know what? We're here. We might as well see what it can do. So let's get this thing going. All right, let's make some noise here. Let's make some noise. Let's see now. Remember, this is a clip point. You don't usually baton with a clip point, but I am a clip head, so we are going to baton with the clip point. All right, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes for kindling. Something easy, something not too hard. All right. And the blade looks good. The edge looks fine. And I know that was not something too serious. You know, it wasn't ridiculous hard. But, let's see. But it's something that in a camp situation, you know, you need to have wood for a fire. And kindling is the only way to get it really started. So when you're making these little pieces like this, it really is going to help. And this guy, even though it's a hunting knife, this guy can do it to it. So let's see here. Holy Moses. Holy Moses. So yeah, that's happening. Look at this, man. That's one good thing about the grind. That hollow grind is, whew, boy, is it sharp. So let me try this. Let's get some good stuff going here. Holy moly. I should probably hold on to it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So it'll do the job, man. This guy right here will do the job. Let's see, am I in the shot? I think so. Ooh. Oh man, the bite, I have to say, the bite is so devastating that it's getting stuck in there. It's really going through this wood. There we go. So it's chopping, it's cutting frozen meat. Well, kind of meat, it's a hot dog. What are we doing? We're skinning things. We went through hide. It's doing everything that you would want it to do, plus a little bit extra. As a hunting knife, you know what I mean? Chopping through wood is considered extra. It's not something you're going to do with this. It's not what it's made for. But knowing that you can just changes the game, right? It just makes it like, okay, it's just a little bit more versatile than the brochure says. And that is a very, very good thing. All right, let's see if we can give it a whip. I need to back up here. Well, hey, what are you guys doing down there? So, I think it's safe to say I missed that throw. Let's try to set you up again. Let's try and set you up again. This time a little better. I'm gonna blame the camera falling on the bad throw. That's what's gonna happen. All right, let's try that again. All right, here we go. Oh, man. You know, I've never thrown a buck 110 before, and it is showing. Oh, I'm going to break this knife. I have a bad feeling that something's going to happen that I don't want to happen. All right, or that's going to happen, or it's just going to take me a second to earn its trust and love. So let's actually get up, walk on out of this cut down, because I've been cutting down all that wood. Whew. All right, so even though I banged it against that tree a few times, I have to say it's looking mighty right. Mighty right. This is the buck 119, and it is, well, it's mighty right. This is a good knife. I'm really surprised I didn't do any damage to this thing. Hucking it into that tree. Remember, guys, when you're buying something like this, don't throw it into trees. That's not what it's made for. That's not what it's made for. Man, crawling through all them trees got me winded. What the hell is wrong with me? So here it is, guys, the buck 119 special. One of probably the most famous buck knife. This one in the 110 folder are the two most famous designs by this knife. Even though I love the 124 the most, I have to say this guy right here, it's a classic, it's a workhorse, and you know what I mean, there's a reason that this one paved the way for the rest. This is a fantastic knife. Just a great piece. Comfortable, reliable, and just workable. This is a fantastic knife. So if you're looking for a nice little hunter and you want nostalgia, you want something that's been around the block, you want something that's tested and proven, right here, guys. Here's your buck. The Buck 119. Oh, yeah. I'm Donnie B all day. And until next knife. Woo.